much going on today besides just letting my body do its thing, and always start with a routine before I lift, get the body warmed up. And I'm not gonna lift today, but I do wanna highlight some kind of ritual before I lift each time to just get the body ready, especially if it's like early in the morning. I don't wanna be stiff. I feel like I'm getting a quick and easy warm up to get the body ready for whatever I'm doing. So it kind of just starts with inchworms. It's kind of just like rolling myself out to a push-up position and just doing like 10 of these, and just it warms up like the whole back part of my body. I'm not really stretching, I'm kind of just moving. You can feel like it's probably like a staple in my warm-ups for the past couple years. Minimal space, no equipment needed. Could be done in just like a space next to the squat rack. Like a deep lunge with hands on the ground to a twist. So it's like I don't know, it's like a kneeling lunge twist, and just opening up on the side of the knee where I'm lunging. And sometimes I like to push back so that I get like a tiny bit of a hamstring stretch. Trying to minimize overall injury and prevent stupid tweaks, like just by doing this kind of stuff. Especially here with like 90/90s and like that small area in the back of your glute where you're not able to stretch like you can with this. So just like reps pushing up. It's like a 90/90 rep kind of thing. And this is just so easy. On my rest days, I'm not really going to the gym. Just if I do, like, it would probably be like something like this, like it's just like a mobility circuit, and not really putting so much stress on my body again from like the previous day's lift, because I know I'm gonna do it again the next day. So it's really like, it's just a recovery tactic and a warm-up, if that's what you're in. That's what I use it for too. And the side space, learning to just move laterally to control my weight in each direction, and getting deep enough where I feel like, hey, I'm not a fucking immobile fuck, and like I can actually get into areas that I might need access to. If I'm playing a sport, you see this kind of stuff in like sports. You know, you'll warm up with your team and you'll stretch like this and like these like functional kind of movements, because you'll change all sorts of directions in sports, and you'll pull different small muscles like your groin. So like this kind of stuff is huge for like just like being able to move in a different direction, not just forward, but laterally too. So that's lateral squat and our lift, having everything fresh, especially your legs, even if it's an upper body lift. I like this front raise here, but I also like to open up the hip and get full movement. So it's like opening up the gate. And do like a couple of these each side. And then by this point, I'm like, I have to mature myself sometimes to do the things that I know maybe not what I want to do right now, but will help me in the long term. So this is what I do just to stay loose, stay healthy, and doing that for better lifts, better workouts overall. Just quick 5-10 minute warm up saves me a lot of injury. So with that, through different types of training, which is kind of cool to me. So like, I'll probably hit like a shadow box round right now. So on injuries, if I'm keeping it to my upper body, like I know I won't have much lower body involvement, which is what I want, because for me, dealing with a hip injury, so I'm trying to just minimize the amount of impact and not trying to do some stupid shit to tweak it up again. Maybe once, twice a week, and it's time for another meal. Gonna be making homemade Chipotle, my bowl style. Probably make it a lot cheaper too. It's expensive these days to get some Chipotle, and I'm here to make it cheaper. So, start with some chicken. Gonna make like Chipotle style chicken. We got a bunch of breasts. Dump into the bowl here. I'm gonna start with some olive oil in the bowl. And then do some Adobe seasoning. That's good stuff. Okay. And a little bit of chili powder. Salt. There's already salt in the Adobe seasoning, but no pepper. So pepper. Actually gonna put in some lime into this mix. Use a fuck ton of lime in the guac and stuff, and the rice. So I just want to keep the flavors consistent. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Maybe a little bit of cilantro. Try some cilantro in the chicken. So I'm ripping off and I'll mix it all up. Cilantro more finely so it doesn't bring up chunks into the chicken. I think the Chipotle chicken probably tastes what it tastes like because of the seasoning. Except I'm not making it with seed oils and shit. It's pretty whole ingredients here. And I'm gonna load this onto the air fryer basket. Put it in the air fry it, not grill it. Place this in the parchment. Let's see if I can fit it all. Do I have enough room? I think I can make room. In the air fryer for probably like 12-ish minutes each side. 375, that makes sense. And flip halfway. Reassess. And at this point, probably either want to start the rice. Yeah, I'll start the rice and get to some other stuff. So I already have this measured out, but I'm gonna be making a cup of white rice with some cilantro lime, Chipotle style. Comes out really good. So put that into a bowl, let that boil up first. Drinking some chicken bone broth. Some good collagen, good tissue repair and shit. Also measure out like a cup of rice. And do the whole thing. About a cup. Leave that on the side for now. And I guess the next thing that takes a while, I always prioritize things that take the longest to cook. So first is the chicken, and then the rice is kind of a pain in the ass. So I do both before I do like simple stuff like the guac. I'll be making guac as well, Chipotle style. It's specific to Chipotle because they use like the cilantro and like the lime. It's like a secret ingredient of theirs that I think is special. If you add in like red onion, I'll definitely make it. So now I'm just cutting up onions. On my bowl, I like peppers and onions, or known as the fajita veggies mix in the bowl station. The reason why I'm doing all these like, you know, homemade whatever cuisines, whether it's fast food or not, is because when I eat out, I know like I may not be eating like what I actually want to go into my bowl, say, and I know that they're cooking with like inflammatory oils or just shit that I don't want in my bowl. So having knowledge that I can make my own ingredients like this, that's golden for me. So slicing up pepper. I mean, not pepper, onion. Looks like rice is almost ready to get put in. Water's boiling. So now I'm gonna heat up this onion and peppers pan, and I'll do that with some olive oil. A little bit of olive oil in the peppers and onions pan. Let that go on like low, medium, low. And while that's heating up, also do some peppers, but also multiple things going on at once. I want to start that rice up. So we got a cup of rice. Get that thing on simmer. Pour it in. Give it a little stir. And cover it up. Let it simmer for like 10, 15, maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then I'll add like the cilantro and the lime and that good stuff after. I'm not sure how it cooks in. Can't really see here. Doing peppers. It's like one of my only meals of the day. I'm fasting pretty much the whole day until about nighttime. It's like 7:30. So get a meal in, watch the Knicks game. Pan is heating up a little bit. Okay, chicken's probably ready to be flipped soon. Let's start the guac. So when you're picking avocado grade guac, you want to have like the avocado grade of almost mushy. And the point of this is so you can easily mash it up, and so you get like better consistency if it were unripened. So I got a couple avocados, and you don't even really taste it with like all the other spices and stuff you put into it. Like the rottenness that you may fear actually comes out better with this type of when you're making guacamole. But for Chipotle style, the secret is the cilantro. The cilantro lime is what brings out whatever that specialty flavor is. So at this point, I'll rip some little bits of cilantro. little bits of cilantro into the guacamole mix. But ripping gets the job done too. So that's how you open up an avocado. May do it wrong sometimes. I'm gonna take a second from this guacamole process, check on some other things we got going on. Always a lot going on when we're cooking. Here we got the onions. Onions stirring up. Check on this rice here. Maybe give it a little stir. Just so it doesn't get too doesn't get clumped up. And then here, chicken probably about ready to flip halfway. Another 12 minutes. I used to do half chicken, half steak. And I thought that was a genius idea, not only because you get more in the bowl, but because you're paying less, but that wasn't the case. The case was that I was paying full price for the steak, and it was just more expensive of a bowl to get double. But if I were to make it on my own, it would be a lot cheaper than $9, like I'm doing here. So, add in another avocado, and now I want to add in some more cilantro. I'm gonna try and chop the cilantro this time. You can see closely, I'm making the cilantro into little bits. So, onions are like browning, so probably gonna throw in the peppers. Get some peppers in there. And let's continue this guac stuff. So, right now we just got cilantro in here. Also, another big ingredient is red onion. Underrated. If you put in like little tiny bits. And making a fucking mess out of this knife. And you like don't even taste it. Because who's eating red onion on its own? You just put it in for flavor. And that's what Chipotle did with the red onion. And might create my own salsa, so probably won't do too hot of a salsa. You can make it as hot as you want, but probably make some extra red onion for this salsa I'll probably make. I'll also add some like spice to this guac with like spicy jalapenos. I think that'll be good. I won't need this whole thing. I really just want to dice some red onion. pieces. Not chunks, but little bits. Okay. I'll throw in like a little bit. Nice addition to the guacamole. I still got some red onion for salsa I want to make. At this point, throw in a fuck ton of lime into this guac. I think cilantro lime is the key for a lot of these Chipotle ingredients. Between the chicken, the rice, guac too. I kind of want to do another like half of the lime there. I think that'll be good. So like, I'm doing a whole lime's worth. And I'm not going to be afraid of the citrus. Going to throw in a little bit of lemon as well. Squeeze a lemon. There's a fucking seed in here. Okay. And what's left is this jalapeno pepper. So this is washed. Cut up some jalapeno. And I want to dice them, not put too much, just a little bit to add some extra kick. We got the seeds in the middle. Sounds like the peppers and onions are frying. Check on that in a minute. Check on the rice in a second, and the chicken's almost done. So I got a couple jalapeno rings. Similar deal, dice it up. At this point, all that's left is a little salt, a little pepper, some cumin. We mash that bitch. Really finely, so you're not getting chunks, but also sometimes it's good to just taste a little bit of guac on its own. A little bit clumped up. There's our guac. I'll give it a taste test, see if it needs anything. It's citrusy. A ton of lime. I think it'll top well. Probably take this rice off. Yeah, it looks like. Alright. Give it like. Probably another couple minutes. So now we got our guac. Clean out this area a little bit. It's a fucking mess. So I just want to set this up before I check on the rice again, because it's got to be done. So is the chicken. Like I said, I'm gonna make some salsa here, and that starts with dicing up these tomatoes pretty finely. This knife fucking get everywhere. It's like pico de gallo, pretty much. Like a salt and tomato, red onion mix. I think it'll be good. I want to check on the rice. You'll know when the rice is done when it's nice and fluffy and you can like pierce it with like a fork and it's not like all gummed up together. I find that it's easy to fuck up rice, so it's good. The water's absorbed and we'll add some things in it to make it taste even better. Yeah, that's just gonna be really good once I finish that up. Read 165, take that thing off, plate it. Let that cover up. Okay. Not too much left. Just want to get through this salsa and show that process. So I'm dicing up the salsa. Nice and finely. Might be seeds, but I'm not too worried. So many of them, it's hard to get rid of it. So, about ready to put this salsa into a little bowl. So we got like pieces of tomato start, and then gonna add a little bit of red onion. A little bit of salt into this. Pepper. And yeah, not too much else, just like little bits of pepper and onion, tomato. Putting some lime in that mix, maybe a little bit of cilantro to keep it theme. I think they put cilantro on everything in that place, I'm convinced. I may have shredded lettuce, I'm not sure. If not the end of the world. A little bit of salsa. Now, for the shit out of the way, let's work on the rice. Obviously, you don't have to do all this to make a good meal. I mean, all it really takes is some protein and a little bit of carbs to fuel yourself up, but I guess I'm just doing something different. Like a whole just reinvention of Chipotle at my own home. So, shit I'm doing. So now I'm gonna mix this rice with some good stuff. We got make some cilantro lime rice. You gotta squeeze some lime into a pot here. It's good stuff. Maybe add a little bit of salt too. Cilantro lime, salt. That's it. careful about a salt in my mouth. And now I want to rip up tiny bits of cilantro into this. I think it'll be delicious. Take a little bit of these chunks out. I feel like we got a good mix of cilantro and lime into our rice. So just a little bit. It's really just supposed to be like a nice flavor addition, not so much trying to get like a mouthful of cilantro here and just mix that thing up. Okay. Try it. Again, just being able to use that lime, it's a game changer. Great taste, great flavor. Let's wrap this up with some added shredded cheese. One of the shredded cheese style that they do with the mutts. So doesn't work, it doesn't work, but I think I do have shredded mutts in the fridge. I'm just choosing to do this like this. So let's try. Yeah, it's working. So I have like a ball of mutts, and I'm just shredding bits into the bowl. Gets a little messy, fuck. I mean, it comes out really finely. That's the difference. But it's still shredded mutts. Might do this whole thing. Wow, that's a lot of fucking mozzarella. I don't think I need too much more actually. So. Stick with that. Save the rest for later. Okay. Only thing left. I mean, this is in every store. They have Tabasco everywhere to flavor things. I still use Tabasco on my bowls, so you can add that, but I think we got a nice things to choose from for our bowl here. Finished the peppers and onions up. Slightly browning, happy with that. So this thing's ready to be taken off and plated, and let's make a bowl. A nice assembly line here. Slice the chicken. Slicing the chicken. Now I'm here. Everything's created. We got a whole lot to put into our bowl here. I'm gonna start with some rice. chicken. Happy again to eat as much protein as I want from this bowl. Yeah, it's like triple meat. If you go to Chipotle, that's what you're getting. You're paying however much extra it is. I'm gonna add some shredded cheese. Okay. Peppers and onion. A little bit of chopped tomato salsa. Last but not least, the guac. And this is our bowl here. We got the Chipotle, homemade Chipotle bowl. Created all the ingredients based on Chipotle's chicken, Cilantro Lime Rice, guacamole, and we did it without the seed oils, and more importantly, more affordable, and this shit's probably gonna taste better. So I'm gonna devour this. All right, give this shit a taste here. Excited for the guac. Haven't had Chipotle guac in a while. Peppers, onions, a whole lot of flavor. Let's meet. It's just like my bowl. A lot of flavor. Shit, I could eat this every day. Homemade Chipotle bowl. Not much else to say, but shit's good. Single ingredients. Shit slaps. It's become a better me. And with that, better fitness, better health, better you.